All right. G'day. Welcome to the live hangout with Simon. My name's Simon P. Hayward, obviously. And if you like, you can go and visit my blog at simonphayward.com. So today, I got Sean with me. There was a few others coming, but no one's decided to turn up. So I hope you guys are watching out there. So welcome to the video and the live hangout, guys. All right. So today we're going to be doing landing pages. So how do we go about building a landing page? What are the fundamentals really, and how do we do it? Like we can build, like I build landing pages really quickly, and the thing is that you want to be able to build them on the fly. You know what I mean? So let's just kick off with what is a landing page? Literally, your landing page is where you get your traffic, and your traffic goes. You send your traffic to like your blog, and then if you've got a banner on your blog, they click on your banner and it goes to your landing page where they can opt into your list. All right. So we all know that the money's in the list, and building the list is how we go about getting our conversion rates up from people to join our business, and being able to follow up passively to our lists, and to everyone that decides to opt in. So, if you're sending out solo ads or doing any sort of like Google AdWords or with other advertising companies, you're putting banners out there, they're going to go to a landing page. So you need to know how to build one. And being able to do one quickly and really professionally is the best way to go about doing it. So what do you really need to build a landing page, right? So firstly, you're going to need an autoresponder. Something like Aweber or GetResponse. We use GetResponse. We're finding it a hell of a lot better than the aforementioned. You can get Mailchimp. It's free up to 500 subscribers, I believe. Aweber and GetResponse, I think, is 30 days free, depending on the time of the year. Sometimes I think you can get it for like $1 sometimes. So if you either want GetResponse or Aweber, you can just go to my blog at simonphayward.com, go to my tools page, so /tools, and you can just go through there, and that'll take you through getting either of the three autoresponders. So programs, I used to build them all from scratch, and like doing HTML. I taught myself HTML, and I mean, it's really good because they're really fast and you can build them however you want. And if you want to do that, that's really cool. Like if you're starting out and you can't really afford to go and get a program like landing pages or Instabuilder to go and build one, you can just build one in HTML. You can grab free programs like you can get Dreamweaver. Dreamweaver is going to cost you, like Adobe Dreamweaver is going to cost you to get or to use, like the cloud version. I'm not sure of the price what that is, but you can get Composer, which is like Dreamweaver, but it's not Dreamweaver. And there's tutorials out there on YouTube. You can go and check out how to use those. I changed over to Notepad++. I just find it better control, and it's completely raw, and it doesn't add things into your landing page that you don't need. And then you can just fiddle around with CSS and stuff. But I'm not here today to show you how to do any HTML. We want to do it quickly, and I want to show you how to do. We do it really fast. We use Instabuilder, which is part of the Kalatu blogging platform, which is based on WordPress. So you can actually go and get Instabuilder and add it to your WordPress site if you want. So the thing about it is that it's just drag and drop, put the elements in that you need, and it's really quick and easy to just knock up a page. And there's so much more that you can do with it than just building a landing page. So it doesn't take up too much of your time. But I mean, even if you do the HTML stuff, right, you can actually build a base that you can just go bang, bang, bang. I'm going to change the background. I'm going to change this box. I'm going to change this opt-in form and stuff like that. So, I mean, I really enjoy doing the HTML stuff. It's quite fun screwing it around, and making the computer do what you want it to do. Making the web do with a few commands on a line, you know, just to be able to do what you want to do. Now, there's three things. There's three main things that you need to build a landing page. And this is like the form itself. So you need a hook. The hook is like your title. So your title could be, you know, watch this free video, blah, 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 right? So you need a hook, a call to action. A call to action tells them to actually do something, like sign into the opt-in form, you know, put your name and your email in here, click the button, and you're ready to go. Okay. And then obviously you need your opt-in form. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go and show you quickly how we do this. Now you can do this. The thing about building a landing page is it's branding for you. One, it's different to everything else that you get from a company. So if you're in a company, right, it's like everyone's got the same landing page. Okay, so everyone's got the same funnel, the same opt-in form. Yeah, they all work, but what you generally find is that they, you know, there's tens of thousands of people sending out the same form to everyone. So, you know, if you cross paths with people, they've already seen it. They haven't seen your opt-in form. So, you know, you can make your own really quickly and add it to anything else. And if you want to sell a particular product, like within the industry or your niche, you can actually quickly, you know, go and make up a landing page for that. So I won't show you like the business orientated one. I'll show you how to do I'll show you how to do one for, I'll go into ClickBank. I'll grab any product and we'll quickly make up a landing page for that product, right? So I'll show you what everyone else is going to get, you know, the same landing page for that product that you can sell. I mean, you can just send that like, I don't know, internet TV. So say it's an internet TV product, right? You can send that straight to a solo, like to a solo ad provider, to their list, and they'll write a solo ad for you and send the traffic straight to that link. But you're not actually going to be collecting names. You're just going to be trying to make sales. So your idea is to actually collect some names, right? So names and emails. That's how you build your list, right? So the more traffic, the more you get people on your list, all right? So I'll go over to my screen share now, and I've got no screen share, Sean. Damn, that's not good. All right, screen share is not going to let me screen share. Damn it. How am I going to do this? I've got red fur on my head. The many times I press it's not going to work. Why won't you just work? All right, I don't know how to do this then with the screen share. I don't know if I jump out and back in again, if it's going to hold the live connection. I'll just quickly jump out and back in again and see what happens. Quickly grab my screen share. There we go. All right, so sorry about that. I had to jump out to get my screen share back up. So here I am in my ClickBank account. Okay, so I'm just going to go and grab a product. It doesn't really matter, you know. Health and fitness is always a good one. I'm not here to show you how to go and get products. We're just going to grab a product. I really can't be bothered with health. Everyone does health. Let's do something a bit different. Sean, where's Sean? Let's ask Sean what he wants to do. Give me a product, mate.
What's that, mate?
Hey, give me a niche. Because everyone does health. Everyone does the health niche. I don't. I want to show that you can just do it on anything. Right. Cooking. Do you want to do cooking? Something cooking? Let's do cooking. Let's see if we got something. Paleo hacks properties. Let's go by gravity. Let's get the best thing out there. Fat burning kitchen. Paleo cookbooks. Let's have a quick look at the paleo cookbook, because that's like really huge at the moment, the paleo thing. So as you can see, like with this, you get taken to a sales page. Okay, so what our idea is that when you make a funnel, you have a landing page that connects to a sales page. So people opt in to see some information, or they opt in because you're giving them a lead magnet, right? So something you can offer them for free, right? So there's no video or anything here that we can really offer anyone for anything. So, I mean, that's probably a really, really stupid one to be doing. Wow. Let's have a look at this one. Food might not be the way to go. All right, so this is a pretty cool site. It's all flashy. Oh, yeah. It's a really flashy sales page, man. This is, all right, let's do this one. This one's really cool. Right, so don't need to go and get any of the stuff that we normally need for ClickBank. Which one was it? 3 hot new. No, it was the metabolic cooking, wasn't it? We don't need any of that, because that is the sales page, right? So your company is going to have a sales page. Any products you want to promote through ClickBank is going to have a sales page, okay? But we want to actually, as you can see, there's no capture here. They're going to get captures through sales, okay? So what we want to do is build a capture page for this that is going to allow us to actually build a list from it. So, I mean, it's going to be sort of in the health niche to start with, because it's food. And obviously this is like metabolic cooking, losing weight and stuff like that. So it's still in the health niche. I did want to avoid the health niche. So it's a really cool page. Actually, easy recipe design, fat burning foods, banish your boring diet with fat burner foods. Yeah, like I tell you what, when it comes to this stuff, it's just a load of crap. If you actually cook properly and eat proper food, then you need to exercise. I will go now. Oh, okay. So here we got InstaBuilder. We've got a long in here. Okay. I'll just quickly show you whatever. I'll just quickly show you InstaBuilder. All right. So this is InstaBuilder, and you can attach it to your if you've got WordPress, you got yourself a WordPress blog, you can attach it straight up. Okay, so this is what we use, but ours is in our Kolatu base, which is through our company. And you're able to build a full blog, and InstaBuilder is part of it. It's going to play, isn't it? So, if you get to go to instabuilder.com, you'll be able to grab yourself a copy. All right.
In just a few minutes from now, I'm going to show you how you can.
Yeah, thanks. Right. All right. So there's a whole bunch of stuff you can do, right? It's really, really easy to do. You know what I mean? So, and it's all just drag and drop. You can choose a base and then go into it, right? So that's InstaBuilder at a, on the fly. All right. So we're just going to go and grab a new page. We want a basic page. You know, all these different pages that you get are all bases for you to work off of, right? So if I look at this, it's got grays and yellows. When I'm sort of building these sorts of pages, I'll try and sort of replicate the style of what is actually on the page itself. So if you're looking at your company, whatever company it is, sort of be consistent with the way things look towards your company. Okay, so I'll start with a base that'll sort of get me in the area of probably. So probably got a lot. If I go with this one, right? So let's go with this one. Right. So Instabuilder itself, right? So you got like new pages and new groups and stuff like that, and it tells you your traffic for all your landing pages, right? So all you have to do is click new and then choose the one you want to go with, right? So this is pretty close to how it's going to look, but I'm going to change a few things in here really quickly and get rid of some of the headlines and stuff. I'll just keep these main benefits here. Because if you have a look here, we've got a whole bunch of stuff that we can, add in there, So, these healthy fat loss cookbooks use the wrong ingredients, rather than using the wrong ingredients, blah, 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 use the healthy ones. So we can add some of this stuff into our landing page, and it'll be replicated because you want to keep your consistency with building your landing page and to go to your offer. So even though there's nothing there that we can actually offer them, I don't know if they've got a free PDF that we can hand out. I might just go and check that. Hey, we're not an affiliate, so we might get go to that. All right, so they want us to sign up to get any of the stuff. All right, so I mean, they've probably got all the pictures and stuff. So they're just selling their cookbook. I don't think they're going to be actually giving away anything. So I don't really want to sign up to anything right now to give away as a lead magnet. But I mean, you can quickly come up with, if you wanted to add a lead magnet to this, and the lead magnet is the super freebie that you give away, you can come up with like five easy steps, or something, You can come up with a really quick PDF of 5 pages and give it away as an offer. And if you wanted to do that, all right. So, all right. So this is Instabuilder at its core. All right. So over here we've got the elements that we can actually do to the page, because each of these things here are an element, right? So these are our main sections. So the backgrounds, like this green here and the black here, right? So these are the main elements that you want to slide in there to put all this wording in there. So I'm going to start. I usually start by stripping it down to its core elements, and I'll rebuild it, right? So I wanted the stripe look to consist, like have a consistent with this. I'll actually I'll strip it down. So we're going to get rid of all of this anyway. So, I'll just start deleting stuff, right? So we don't want any of this. And if I do want it again later, I'll just throw it back in, you know what I mean? So it's no big deal later on. So we just get rid of this because we don't want there, right? So this is basically what we want. I don't want that. I don't want the logo. Right, so we don't want the logo. Fancy heading here. We don't have a video, so we've got to get rid of the video element as well. Thank you, video element. Go away. Yeah, there you go. Okay, goodbye. All right, so what's that all about? Oh, my God. Okay, right, so that's basically what we've got is stripped down, right? So these elements, we can add like a title element, which is this is here your title elements. So it comes up in like in HTML talk, which is like H1, H2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? And then you got paragraph like text elements. That's your paragraph element. You can add images, like you just saw the videos. The boxes, if you see this blue line here, this is a box element. It adds in like your columns. Well, this is a column one, but you can add a box in there, and the box would be like 3x3 or whatever. Okay, and then like line dividers if you want to put a line across here, and your opt-in form, which is really important. So we're gonna we'll strip this button out as well. So because we want no, I don't want that. I want the button element. Give me the button. There we go. So what we want, it's always good to have your opt-in form on the top right-hand side or just underneath the main element if it's a video. Okay, so we can just drag and drop the opt-in form. When you get that little yellow box, that's where it's going to drop it to. Okay, so we can just drop that in there. We'll put the header up. We'll put a header up there. But we're going to change the colors of this background first. So if you just go to settings, it brings up, click on here, each option comes up with a different thing. So we get settings and what's that? Copy it. We can copy it and paste it somewhere else. If you've got, a title you want to copy and paste, the alignment of it, whether it's centered or right aligned, and then you can just delete it. Okay. But if you click the little cog, it comes up with the settings for each of the elements, which you can actually change. So if we go to our background color, which is a green, and we want it we don't want it that murky. We don't want it that bright. We just get back to here. We'll sort of copy that color. There's a bit more yellow in it. So you just move this main box. This will give you a color range on whether it's red, green, blue, purple, pinks, okay, and back to reds again. But so that's, I'm in the yellow range because I want a yellow color, right? So, and then this actually chooses your color, this part here. So it's like using Photoshop, all right? It's too mustardy. Try and close a bit more over here. Just move it around until we're pretty close to that color. I'm pretty happy with that color. What's the top one? It's gray as well. Okay, so if you want to make, if you put an element in there and you want to do a transparent background, you just click on the transparent button and that gets rid of the color. Okay, so that's pretty cool for the background color. And if you want to put a image in there, you can just upload an image, or and then you can change it to, if you've got like a small image, so like a tile pattern, you can have it tiled so it's the same all the way across. If you've got a large image, you can have a nice large image in there. But if you're using your images, make sure that you're using free images, that you're not, or like paid for images that you can actually use. Be very careful with your images, just so you don't get in trouble. Okay, so we just want to hide this panel, and then I'll change this color, and it's a gray. It's just gray. All right, so it's probably around there. Nope, it's a bit lighter. So a bit lighter. Yeah, I think that's about right. So, all right, we'll go a little bit lighter. All right. There we go. Okay. Okay. So when they come here, they can actually see that it sort of looks like this. We're not going to have any of this up there because this isn't our branding. That's not what we want to do. We don't want to put any of the branding on your landing page. Okay, your whole idea is to get them to opt into your landing page. So if you've got a free offer here, or a video, we might actually just get rid of this box element as well. So if I click here, No, I want to click here. We'll get rid of all this. So what we'll do is just do a real basic one. Okay. Can I have this, please? Give me this. Okay. Give me this box element. This whole box element. I'm just going to delete this, which will get rid of that box element, and I'm going to go and put in another wide section. So when you want to put in your sections, you got to hit the blue line. So there's my wide section there. Okay. So if I just go and edit that again, go to background color, we'll go and find that color, which is that yellow, somewhere around there. Ooh, it's too orangey. I'm going to go back into the yellows. How close was that? No, it's brighter than that, isn't it? So we come down here. That's about there. Yep, that's pretty good. Okay, so you can see if you're not happy with an element, that's why I just use them as a base, and then try and find what best fits, right? So our opt-in is literally so for this one, our hook's going to be down here, right? So this is going to be our hook here. So this is where we want to put our hook. Generally, what you want to do is have your hook, your call to action, right? So in here, I'll just so you know where it goes, right? So I'll show you how to write one in a minute. Right, so that's our hook. Okay, so and our call to action will go underneath it. All right, so I'll just get rid. Give me this edit. Okay, so this is your call. Thank you. Call to action. Okay, so I'll just change the size of this. I'll explain how to do this in a minute. All right, so just so you can see it. Okay, and then your opt-in form, which will go under here. Okay, obviously we don't want an opt-in form that's going to be like that. There's best ways. There's a lot of different ways that you can sort of have your opt-in form. If you have it over here, you want it up and like vertical. Under here, if I go to settings, I can go to my opt-in form fields and have it horizontal, which sets it horizontal to my page, which is what I sort of want for this page. Okay, so I'm just going to hide this panel, right? So because I've left the benefits in here, I'm going to get rid of these elements down here as well. Actually, I might keep that gray. No, let's get rid of this one. Yep, and keep that. Where'd that one go? No, I want. That'll do. What's this element? Let's get rid of this element. We'll get rid of that. We don't need that. Okay, so you can see quickly that you can pretty much do whatever you want with your landing pages. Okay, you can make your sales pages in here as well. It's really awesome for that. It's exactly the same way you want to build a set. If you want to build this sales page, you can do that with this really quickly. Like if you remember all these moving pictures and stuff that came in from the side, you can have all these images slide in to your landing page if you want. You know what I mean? You can have pictures and stuff like this. You know, it's building a sales page like this is really easy when you've got a system like Instabuilder. Okay, so, but this title up here is like a smaller title. Like if you've got your own company, like you know, metabolic cooking, right? You can have your logo up here if you wanted. You know, you can put a picture element up there and have your logo go in there if you wanted to do that. Okay, or you can put a banner up there. You know, however you want to set it out. But because it's a landing page, we're not going to do that. So what I like to do is sort of depending on the landing page. So this is like the double hook, right? So what you'll have is like your main hook. So if we go here, so we'll try and pull out something from the sales page that is going to attract someone to put their name and email address in. So show you how to prepare quick and easy meals designed for fat burning foods to banish your boring diet and burn fat faster. So, I mean, I could literally okay, I'm going to put now if you because this is like you see this is a header element, okay, so you can have it large or smaller, right? We want it centered, so this is like just like Word, okay, so you got your bold, italics, underline, bullets, you know, if you want to put bullets and stuff down here, if you want to add a link to somewhere, you can just put your URL to that link in there, okay. Your font families, you know, so it's not giant on font families, but you want to keep it pretty not pretty, but like simple. You got to keep it simple, okay? So don't try and do too much on the page, right? Try and make it quite small. If you want to go back to paragraph, you can change this back to the paragraph text element, okay? And then you can fill around with your font sizes yourself. You know, if you're that way inclined, you know, to have it a different font size, you just don't want to go with the heading, right? So we can change it to our heading size, right? And we can still change what size we want it to be. So the hook that comes before the actual hook itself, you just want a short statement, you know, so you know, something like, do you want to know how to lose weight? Quickly and easily. Okay, so we'll just put a question mark there. I want this to be not too big because this isn't our actual hook. Okay, so it's like the pre-hook, you might say. Okay, so it's probably a little bit big. Okay, so and then I'm just going to change the settings on this. We don't want the animation. Hide this panel. Maybe it's the settings for this. So we can go and change. Okay, margins and padding. Top's fine. Bottom we can change to 0. Hide this panel. No settings. Okay, so we go back to margin and padding. It's not what we want. Go back to 5. All right, so that's cool. We'll just leave it with that. I was hoping to sort of get that to come down a bit. This hook we're going to make quite huge. So so what are we going to say? Let's just go into here. Right, so we're going to say something like find out how to create quick. You don't want to have too many words here. Quick and easy recipes. With fat burning foods fat burning foods. Get rid of that boring diet. And oops, and burn fat faster. Okay, so the idea is to keep your hook congruent to the actual sales page, so people know why they're opting into your list, so they can actually get to the information that they need. Okay, so we're gonna go quick and easy recipes. Okay, so I'm just going to change that to that dark green because that's what they've got on dark green, not emerald green. So dark green, bold, and then what do we got? Fat burning foods. It's orange, so I'll change that. I'll just use this text color here. This one here does the background. So if you're doing like reds on yellows and stuff like that, so what did you have? Orange. So we wanted that bold as well. Burn fat faster. Ooh, that orange is a bit dodgy, isn't it? Bet you that's the same color we're using. We might actually move this element. Up to the gray, so it looks actually nicer, right? So if I want to just move it up into the gray bit, right, so it looks nice, right? And I might just change. Oops, give me this. Just change this to white, maybe. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at white. Right, so you can see, like, our title or our hook is actually pretty close to what is actually said on the sales page. You don't want to copy exactly what is actually said there. So find out how to create quick and easy recipes with fat burning foods. Get rid of that boring diet and burn fat faster. Okay, so might just make this a little bit. Oops. Edit it, make it a little bit bigger. Okay. So we don't want to make it bigger. So we might just make these bits a little bit bigger. Make them stand out a little, just a bit more than the regular. 48. Just to make them stand out that little bit more, so people can read them like really quickly. So fat burning foods, burn fat faster, quick and easy recipes, right? So the information that they want to get, find out how to create. It's all designed so they can see it quickly and boom, make that fast decision whether to actually grab it. Okay, so was that 48? I'm just trying to think. Yep, that's 48. Okay, so now your call to action is like, it's really simple to do a call to action. Okay, so first I'm just going to center the call to action. We want to say enter your name and email now to get the information. Now, if you're giving something away, if you're giving something away, as in your lead magnet, okay, so enter your email now to get the information sent to your email, or opt in now to see the free video, or you want, what you're trying to do with your call to action is actually tell them to put their name and their email address in here. Okay, so you want them to know that they have to put their name and email address in to subscribe. Okay, so we'll change this from subscribe because we're not subscribed. So if they're subscribing to your list, then you subscribe. So your call to action is just quickly to tell them how to go about getting on your list, really. Okay, so it doesn't have to be huge, right? So you got a massive hook. This is what they've come here for, right? So they've come because they've seen an ad on a website or like a banner ad or an ad on Google Plus saying not Google Plus, on Google, right? So saying learn how to lose weight fast. What are the best foods to use, and and the best recipes, blah blah blah, right? So they've clicked on that ad and they've landed on this page. So it's like, find out how to quickly create recipes that with fat burning foods that get rid of boring diet. Okay, and they're like, oh, okay, I'll do that. To find out how to do that, they're going to put their name and email address in. Okay, but most people don't realize that that's what they've got to do. So you've actually got to tell them to go and do that, right? So hide this panel. How did that just? I want this one. I want this one here. Maybe this one. You got to actually tell them that that's what they need to do. Okay, so give me what I want. There we go. It's playing up on me. Margin and padding top. Just want to bring this down a little bit so it looks pretty swisho. Okay, so just want to bring that down a little bit. Yeah, that's pretty damn good. Pretty happy with that. So we just want to make this. Try not to make it too big, your call to action. You don't need it too big. And just make it really concise and to the point. Put your email in below. Now. Put your email in now. Name and email in below now to get the information. Okay, so depending on what you're trying to either give away or sell is what your actual call to action is going to be. Okay, so your heading, your hook, and your pre-heading should be very consistent with what offer you're trying to go to. So if this is your company and your company's got a sales page, obviously all companies got a sales page, make sure it's something within this company sales page, right? Now we're going to add, I just want to add some of the key points. Some of these actual key points right here. Okay, so in main benefit, I'm just going to actually literally copy and paste these, right? So you got problem 1 with copy. So I'm just going to paste that in there. Oh, Control V to paste because no right click paste. Okay, so and then I'm going to go over to this one. I'm going to do the same. Control V, paste. Oh, problem 2. Right, problem 2. Well, what I might actually do with these is move them into an up and down element. So that was number 3. Okay, so I'm just going to get rid of this one because we don't need it. All right, so what we're going to do, I'm going to put a section above this section. Okay, so I'm just going to recreate a new section, but what I'm going to do is pull out these elements and just drop them in to the section above. Okay, so I need to grab that whole section, right? So you can see it wants to drop it up the top, but we want to drop it in below it. Oh, that's pretty cool. Actually, I quite like it's done that like that. So it's something, it's a bit more interesting than just straight up and down. I actually quite like that. So I can delete, I can get rid of this whole element now. Okay. So we keep our page consistent. Now, when you try and build a page, try and keep between 600 and like maximum 900 pixels across. Okay. You don't want to go too huge. You got to remember this stuff's got to squish down to mobile devices, and a lot of your traffic these days is, and in the future, like very shortly in the future, all your traffic's going to come from a mobile device. So don't try and make your pages huge. Okay. One thing people do is put a lot of this stuff um, all over the shop. Right. So what you really want is all this information here on the one screen. So consider all of this, everything below this is secondary to actually what we want them to see. We only want them to see this first part, right? So this is what should be your landing page. This is your landing page here, right? I'm just putting some extra information in here because it's, sometimes it's really cool. So if they have to scroll down a page, you're going to lose them to sign in the opt-in. Okay, literally they want to find out how to get the quick and easy recipes for fat burning. Okay, and you want them to stick their name and email address in. If they scroll past that, then you're in trouble. Okay, so you don't want too much on your landing page. All right, even though I've got these quick little problems and stuff here, we might get rid of them. We might just get rid of them. I don't know. All right. So we're going to need a title element above each of these. All right. So we go in there. I'm just pasting this. Right. So I'll paste in that little thing that she has in there. We'll change the color to that red. Right. It's pretty close to what she had. Okay. So or they had, and then we'll just add another element here and the other one down here, and we'll do the same thing again. All right, so just go and we'll just copy that. We're just going to drop it straight in here. Right, Control V. So this saves you from having to come up with a whole bunch of stuff to say. Now if it's your page, you're going to have to come up with all the stuff to say. Okay, so that's just weird. We'll just fix that up. Okay, so fix that up. And we'll just do this last element. We'll go and get that last one. Okay, so copy that. And we'll paste it straight in here. Right, and it's gone and done the same thing because it's all over the shop. Okay, so same color. All right, it's quick and easy. You can see how really easy and quickly you can create a landing page. Like I'm building one that's a little bit extra on top of everything. That's don't do that to me. Edit. Control is literally a landing page is just that. Those first couple of bars. That's your landing page there. All right. I'm just adding this little bit of extra elements into it, just so just sort of it gives people a little bit extra to sort of say, oh, okay, I want to learn about that. You know what I mean? So I'm just adding that little bit of extra in there that people are going to it's a bit of extra information. All right. So I don't normally do this. If it's like my product, if you go to my landing page for your Freedom Action Plan, you'll see like I've got bullet point notes and the video and stuff as to how to do a video landing page. Okay, so we've got these three things here. Like I can change the picture elements. I can move this across a little bit more so the picture elements, aren't so big. And you can see it all it finishes at the side of this main box here. So it's like really long, then it gets a little bit shorter, and then it's really short here. Okay, so I think that looks pretty cool. Like we could go and get like, elements, the picture elements that, or that similar to what they've got there. You know what I mean? Or something different. You know, I could have just gone and put the ticks in there or something. You know what I mean? So you can see that they've got that. So is that all right? So all right. So what actually, rather than using ingredients to actually help fight fat, blah blah blah. Okay, so that's cool, right? So these picture elements, we can go and change those. To change those, you just click on them and go to their settings, and then you can just upload a new picture or search for a picture online and just get the URL. Like I can change that to any sort of URL, and just slip it in there, and then it'll call the URL when your landing page goes live. Okay, so we don't really need to do any of that. We're just going to leave those picture elements there, but you just click on them, click on the settings. Oops, click on him, grab the settings, and then you can also, like, if you want to set it to the right hand side, like if I want to go to the right, it's right up against there, right? So I can just justify whereabouts on the page it's going to show. Okay, or I can have it. If you see, I can have it right on the left hand side. You know, so there's quite a bit of space if I want. All right. So once you've got your basic layout and like how you want it to be, literally, if you're just doing like to your company one, you can have your own title in here, you know, saying that our company's really cool, blah blah blah. Enter your email below to join us in business, blah blah blah. Okay, so subscribe. We don't want to say to people on the opt-in to actually subscribe. So to change that, you just click on the settings and go to your opt-in form fields, like I did before. You can change the size of these, so you can have big ones. Change the style, so they're sort of rounded corners and flat square, or you know, square on top of each other. We're just going to go flat square with a minimal border. It's nice to have a border, generally black or red. Okay, don't go crazy. You can put a different color in the background of it if you want. You know, something that's going to make it stand out. Literally, just look at your color schemes, and make sure that everything on here is actually standing out. All right. So form fields, and now this is important, especially when you're in here, that make sure that it's actually required. Like when you put your opt-in form in there, that it's actually required that they put their first name in and their email address. Otherwise, they're going to click subscribe and go and get your information without even subscribing to your list. Okay. You can put an icon in here. So this is a user icon. We can have a user icon in there, and this is a mail icon. Okay, so we can go save, and then it comes up with a little icon. All right, so, and you can see how it doesn't have enough space to actually have them side by side. So if I click, I just want to hide this panel, click here, I can stretch the panel like this. So if I want my forms to be a little bit bigger, right, I can have them that little bit bigger. If I want my button to be huge, you know what I mean? So, and you can make this, give me the size back, right? So you can adjust it all at the same time, or you can adjust it just up and down with the this one does up and down, this one does horizontal. Okay, so I mean, we don't want it huge anyway, but we'll just do our button. Right, so you can have, like, this is what they call a CSS button. So it just manipulates the style sheet to actually build a button. And if you want to upload an image, you can upload an image or connect to it from anywhere on the web. You've got uploaded buttons on your home page, like at simonphayward.com. Maybe I've got an image folder and I've got buttons in there, and I can just put a button in there. I use Photoshop to make buttons sometimes, which is really cool. So that way you can have really distinctive looking different buttons. You know, if I wanted a button, I don't know what sort of button they've got down here. So, you know, they've got this button, right? buttons. Yeah, so that's their button. Okay, so what we're going to do is try and build that button. I go back to CSS button, edit button. Okay, so we're going to edit the button. So, you know, when you're doing, depending on what you're doing, so if they're subscribing to your email, like a newsletter, you want to subscribe to the newsletter or something, you know. If it's joining the team, you know, it's like get access. I try never to use anything like opt-in or anything like that. So just be wary about what you're sort of putting in there. All right, make sure it's sort of consistent with your offer. So we're just going to go with find out now, because that's pretty much what we're trying to say here, right? So bold, you can have underline, change the size of the font. All right, so we just want to, yeah, right, letter spacing, yeah, that's okay. Button style, we want it to be, click back here, click on here, we just want to stretch it out a bit more. I think a button text is too large. You see how like it's the forms are there. I'll try and keep things nice and consistent to what I'm actually seeing on the page. So try and keep your button, you know, the same size. If it's horizontal, we'll keep it the same size. You know what I mean? If it's vertical, you can yeah, that's about good. If it's vertical, then you'll be able to make it a little bit bigger than what you actually, you know, sort of need. Like you can make it sort of really stand out. Okay, so if you want a flat button, which is just flat color, or you can have glossy, it won't actually show up until you go and have a look at the page. Right, so the normal state colors, like if before you hover over it, that's what we call the normal state colors. So the colors of the button before you actually hover over it. You can see when I hover over it, it's blue, right? So we want to sort of, they got this sort of orangey colors. So she's got this orangey. It's pretty good. Text color. Yeah, we want white, so that's pretty good. So in the hover state, we wouldn't really want blue, so we'll just go a red. That looks good. Okay, so just to change the normal state and your hover state, you can click there. And if you want an icon on it, you know, sort of like an arrow. Oops, we would want that arrow. Okay, so you can put an arrow in there, or you can have like a GIF in here is going flashing and pointing towards your button. You know, click here, blah blah blah. You can set it after the text if you want, or before the text. We're not going to have one, but you can do that. Okay, so random corners. I don't like random corners much. I like nice square buttons. And if you want, you can have it bounce. All right, so I'm just going to, I'll just save this and I'll show you what's going to happen. They don't actually display the effects. So if you want the button to bounce in when it saves, and we'll go and have a look at it with the all-seeing eye. Just open it up in the new page. So if we watch it, you'll see our page. Like I've got a fairly large screen at the moment, so you're going to see everything, right? Boom, it comes into the side, right? So when you're building a page, like when you saw this page before, all the pictures coming in, right? That's the sort of stuff that you can do, just to sort of make you stand out, be different to everyone else. So if you want all these sections here, they can just like these pictures, they can boom, boom, boom. You know, people take notice when they scroll down. That won't happen until they actually scroll down, and they can just slide in. You know, picture, 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 picture. It sort of it makes it attractive. Like it makes it like interesting. Okay, so it creates an interest on the page, right? So what I was talking about before, like your normal size laptop. So this is about our normal size of a laptop, right? So that is our landing page. That's what we want to see. We want to see the title and the opt-in form on our landing page. But if we scroll down, obviously we can scroll down, right? So this is what we call the fold. So even if on your blog or like your website, that's where you want to be putting ads and stuff. Just a bit of a gold nugget there, right? So if people want to scroll down and stuff, and if you've got stuff like this that you can scroll down, what pays to do is actually take that opt-in form and put it down underneath as well. Okay, so you have a double, like the two opt-in forms. So after they find out the information, they go, oh, okay, that's going to be cool. I do actually want to get that. Instead of them having to scroll back up, you put another opt-in form in there. Okay, so but as you can see, I've got a really large screen here, so you see everything. Okay, so it would pay to actually put an extra opt-in form down here. Okay, so we can just copy all these elements and drag them down, right? So if I wanted to just, back hide this panel. If I wanted to just copy this element, right, I can copy that element and it puts it there, right? And then I can just take that whole element, right, and drag it all the way down the bottom. Hey, let's put a wide section. Yeah, there we go. Hey, don't do that. Put the wide section in here, right? Take this element. Now we've got the wide section there, and it decides to show up. There we go. I can just drop it in there, right? So now you can see that I've got a copy of everything up there down below as well. If you want to change this, we can change this back to, that gray color because it's at the bottom of the page. So we'll just go background color and we'll change it to that gray color, right? So, it looks consistent, right? It's not the same color is there, and it stands out because it's like the secondary one. Okay, we can get rid of this element here, so we just get rid of that one. Yep, right. So you can see how quickly and easily that you can actually build a landing page. If I was to do this with HTML, I'd probably spend an hour or two doing everything, and then I've got to call in special Java to make it animate and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So it doesn't make it easy for people who are new. If you're new to this, like network marketing and like selling stuff online, stuff like Instabuilder and landing pages really actually make stuff in your life really easy. Okay, so with the opt-in form, we go to our settings. You can see where it says opt-in form HTML code. That's just where you drop your HTML from like Aweber or GetResponse. So if I go to, I will quickly go to my GetResponse, and I'll just go to create a form. Okay. So what I want to do is go to the HTML form editor, right? And we want, whatever campaign, whatever, add them to the list. Don't really care about the button. Add a custom thank you page. So our thank you page would go to the sales page. Just for, argument's sake, I'm going to just put this in here, copy. All right. Just so you can see that it works. All right. Where are we? Back here. So I'll just put in their sales page, paste. We want name, right? So you want to add the name and email address. And right, so you can see there's a whole bunch of fields that they can add to your opt-in page. A comment, if you want them to like comment or like do something specific, like answer questions and stuff, you could actually set this up on your blog to have like a contact page where they can contact you. You can make a contact page through here, right? And this will add people from your contact page to your list. Okay. So if you want to do that, you can actually do that with this builder, right? So you can make a specific contact page, you know, contact me, blah, blah, blah. This is my phone number. This is my Facebook. This is my blah, blah, blah. Fill out, you know, send me an email, fill out this. That'll add them because they've entered their email address onto your list, right? There's plenty of ways to actually get people to build and like be on your list. You don't have to just have a lead magnet. You don't have to have like capture page, just capture pages. You can spread this all out across your blog. You know, if that's you know what you want to do, right? So all we're doing now is just building a capture page, right? So we just copy that code. Okay, you know, go back to Insta, right? So we go back to here, and I just drop all that code in there, right? I'll just hide this panel for one. No, what I'll do is go to form fields. Because what I'm going to do is just take off the required. All right. Because what I'll show you is just clicking the because I'll just click the button and I'll show you that it just goes to that sales page, right? So because I've created the list, it's actually going to add me to the list if I enter my email address in and stuff. Okay, so let's go and have a look at it. All right, so we go and have a look at it. So boom, slides in, you know, find out how to quickly, you know, create recipes, blah, 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 blah. Oh yeah, I want to know that. So they enter their name, they enter their email address, and then they click on find out now. All right, fine, it's going to do it to me. All right, Simon, I don't even know if I'm on this list. Simon. Let's add. Why isn't that going? I think it probably might be because it's not the published version. It's only the viewer version, right? So what I'll do, I'll just publish it. I'll just publish it, and that way it'll happen. I'll change, actually what I'll do is I'll change the permalink to test. Okay, close. So I've changed the permalink. If you want to change the permalink, which is this up here, so see how it's like branding online, Simon P. Hayward, and that's the permalink after it. So you just click on change permalink and it'll show you, you know, now it's /test. Okay, so it's saved. And if I go to here and then go to simonphayward.com /test, okay, this page should come up. Yeah, righto. I don't think so. Okay, it's not coming up for some reason. That is redonkulous. Okay. Anyway, it is going to work. It does work. Okay, so you can see that it works, right? So I can't actually show you. I don't know what's going on. It might be just my computer stuffing around with me. All right, so but that's quickly how to easily, you know, go and build a landing page. All right, so you can see all the elements. You can sort of see what you're doing with it. So have you got any questions quickly, Sean? Otherwise we can wrap this up.
No, I'm good, mate.
You're good? You understood everything in there? It's like really quickly and stuff, mate, because since you're the only one here, you know. So you're all good? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you want to use Instabuilder, or if you want to know about the Collado blog system, you can go to my blog, simonphayward.com. I will stop screen sharing. Okay, so yeah, you can go to my blog, simonphayward.com. I've got a tools page there, all the stuff that I use. If you've got a WordPress blog already, you want to use Instabuilder, you can just go and get it, go to /tools, and you can grab a copy there, or you can look it up on Google, whatever. I don't use landing pages. I don't have any H. If you want to learn how to do the HTML because you're on a budget and you want to do it free, you can just go to YouTube and learn how to make a HTML page. It's really quick and easy. Once you've got one built, you can just copy and paste it, and it's really quick and easy. You can still do all this stuff. You can set your background because all this is built from CSS, right? So it's all really quick and easy. Once you've got one platform built, you can go for ages. I've got a cup of tea. It's cold. Right. So if you want more information and you're watching the video from my live Hangouts page, click the button below if you want to check out Kalatu. Really, really awesome blogging platform system that we use. Because welcome, Michelle. We're just signing off. We're finishing up, mate. So yeah, if you want to check out the Kalatu blogging system that our team uses, then just click one of the links below and you can get some more information about it. All right. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next week. Simon P. Hayward out.